Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. Today, thank you for being here. Today, we are actually going to showcase and review an agave that is not tequila and it is not a mezcal. This is Aqara Agave, Agave de los Andes. This is actually an agave liquor produced in Peru. Yes, let's get that into focus. Agave de los Andes, the Andes Mountains in Peru. This is a distillate of agave. It cannot be called tequila. It cannot be called mezcal. This is actually a distillate de agave, a distillate of agave, which is actually made in Peru. So we're actually going to be showing off these two bottles. We have a Blanco version and a Reposado version. All right. Going to showcase both bottles, give you a little bit of the information on where this comes from, because this is not from Mexico. This is agave talk. Just because it's not from Mexico, we can talk about it. Why? Because it's made from agave. Yes, Aqara Agave de los Andes. Super, super interesting spirit. Taking a look here, this is the Reposado. These are straight from Peru. Some really cool labeling here. Basically on the back, if you don't read Spanish, it talks about where it comes from, all right? It's a city called Caraz in Peru. You can Wikipedia that, and it's really, really interesting spirit made from agave, but all the way up in the highlands, the mountainous region of Peru. So believe it or not, agave species grow in quite a few places in the world outside of Mexico. And apparently Peru, in the highlands of the mountains, there's actually a lot of agaves there, and that's where this spirit comes from. So this is the Blanco we have here. Again, on the back, just kind of talking about where it comes from. The flavor it has, the different herbs and land, how that gives flavor to it. 2,256 meters of altitude, 2,256 meters to feet. For all of our friends stateside, that would actually be 7,401 feet. So about 7,400 feet is how high these agaves grow in the Andes. So we're about to pop these bottles open and give a little taste. But before we do that, Aqara, I would suggest to visit their Facebook and their Instagram. We'll link it down in the description. And it's kind of cool. It's really unique because it's neither tequila nor mezcal. It's just Peruvian agave. It is a liquor, a distillate of agave from Peru, which is kind of cool. It comes in two presentations. We have the silver here, and we have the Reposado. The silver is supposed to have notes of flowers and tropical fruits, kind of herbaceous, a little herby. The Reposado was actually aged for 4 months in American oak barrels. So it kind of gives it that little bit of smoky flavor, toasted notes, a little bit of vanilla in there. Really cool. In Peru, agave is known as penca, cabuya, papapa, maihue, which is also found in Mexico, and chuchao. And I might be mispronouncing some of these words, so please, if I am, comment down below. Help me out. But really, really cool that how high it's grown and just being an agave spirit outside of Mexico. So we're going to pour these up, give a little taste on the, give a little smell on the nose, and then a taste on the tongue. So with always, let your bottles pop. Oh yeah, we got double here. Our cork just got like this black label, black line, and, standard cork. Nothing super fancy. Here, we got that black band. That's where that's coming from on the cork. Aqara right there. Let's, oh man, that would not have been good. Let's pop this one. Oh yeah. And pour both of these out into our tasting glasses. So if you have not done so already while I'm doing this, please hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you being with us all the time. Also, check us out on Instagram over at Agave Talk, where there are tons of other posts that don't make it to the YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel really is just bottle showcase and reviews and tastings. So go check us out over there as well. All right, we got these poured up. We got the caps back in, and we can tell that, yes, right here, and let me bring the camera up. You can see that golden color. Usually, you know, our aged tequilas and mezcals, you have that amber kind of color. This is no different. Definitely the wood imparted by the barrel. That silver Blanco really is just clear. So we're going to go with the Blanco expression first, because again, they just take this Blanco, put it in barrels, and that's how they get the Reposado. Kind of got some good tears going on there. Let's take a little smell. That's interesting. Ooh. So I don't know if anybody's ever drank Pisco. If you've tried a Pisco from Peru, this really has a strong Pisco type of smell to it. Remember, this is marketed in Peru, and it is from Peru. That is their national drink. As tequila and mezcal is to Mexico, Pisco is their drink. So I would imagine this smelling like Pisco would help out over there, but it also has a unique, different smell, because I do drink Pisco, and it's definitely a different added smell. It's kind of winey. Kind of smells like wine a little bit, to be honest. Let's take a sip. Cheers. So you can see I've drank a good bit of this bottle. I've shared it with friends and family because it's just so unique. You don't really see something like this in the States. So I've shared this, and every time I've tried it, I'm trying to kind of get my tongue on the flavor of what it tastes like. And it's definitely, to me, just the Blanco, every time it just has such a strong Pisco-ish flavor, but there's something else in there. Specifically, it doesn't say what species of agave it uses. It just says agave of the Andes. I would be really curious to know the species name that they use to make this spirit. But I would be really curious, too, to see, do they put anything else in there? Such as grapes or anything, kind of like how they make piscos, the grape skins. It's interesting. It is 40%. It tastes a little stronger than a 40%. But just to me, the Blanco has such a taste that is very similar to Pisco. It really does. Let's try this Reposado. This Reposado, that really deep golden color for 4 months. That's, oh, hold on. I'm smelling it. Sorry, as I was talking, I smelled it. And now, when you're thinking agave, you're probably thinking of tequila. The Reposado has a really strong tequila-ish smell. So way more than the Blanco. The Blanco really smells like a Pisco. Kind of tastes like a Pisco as well. Where the Reposado really smells more like your traditional tequila. Definitely get that vanilla. You're getting that oak, that wood. Really woody. Let's take a sip. So, the end of it, again, you can kind of have that Pisco-ish kind of taste. But right up front, you're getting a lot of wood, a lot of oak. It has more of a traditional tequila taste. Personally, I like the Reposado more than the Blanco right now. And that's not normal, because when I'm normally drinking tequila, blancos are my absolute favorites, extra añejo then as well. But in this case, the reposado tastes more like tequila than the blanco. And I think that's just my palate of why I would choose the reposado over the blanco. Let's take another sip. Yeah. That's good. That is good because it's so unique as well. Up front, it tastes like the tequila. On the back end, it definitely has more of that blanco shine through, that pisco-ish taste. Overall, though, it is so unique to have these bottles in my collection, just because of where they come from. It's super cool, and kind of nerding out right now of how worldwide flavors are and what different regions can do with a plant that you might find in another country. I am really curious. I'm going to try to reach out to see if I can find out what type of agaves they use in this. If anybody knows, if you've seen this, please comment down below. Let us know. But it's really crazy how you can get a plant from one country to another, and it really does taste so different. Kind of like how the mezcals taste so different from each other. A jabali tastes completely different from an esmarin, you know? So this is really interesting, but I would be curious too and ask, do they add some sort of pisco essence to this? Are there any grapes in that? Because I do get a big pisco taste, but it's also unique because there is something else in there that's not really found in a traditional pisco. Overall, super cool. Aqara Agave from the Andes. This is awesome. I'm really happy to be able to try these out and share with you all. Please go check them out on their Instagram, as well as follow us on ours. We always appreciate you being here. With that being said, stay safe, everybody. Let your bottles pop, and take care.